What happens if you paint lace directly onto gold leaf? I started with a simple setup of lemons on a plate. Then I added a shimmering gold surface, but the real magic is when I created this delicate lace pattern, emulating the tablecloth under my still life. Let me show you exactly how I did it. We're going to take a quick zoom through the process of drawing and painting the lemons and the plate, which I did in a medium called Gouache, which is actually one of my favourites. If you'd like to know more about gouache, drop me a comment below because I would love to make more videos about it. But I know that probably what you're all here for is the gold leaf aspect, so we're going to just speed through this, hope it's fun to watch, and then we'll discuss the gold leaf tablecloth. I actually have a very specific reason for doing this lemon painting. There's an exhibition going to be happening in my town of Tunbridge Wells in a restaurant, and the owner is an artist, and later in October she's having a lemon party, so everybody has to submit lemon paintings. So I have been thinking for the longest time about getting my teeth into a really gorgeous lemon still life, and I used to do a lot of still life, and well, I really enjoyed doing this one so much, especially the combination between the natural forms of the lemon versus this really beautiful chinoiserie style plate. And then I was thinking, how can I incorporate some gold leaf into this thing? So then you will see how I did that. But I'm going to get it framed, and I don't know how, but show you a picture of what it looks like when it's framed and up in the exhibition. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the size, which is the specialist glue which you need to apply gold leaf. So I'm going to use a flat brush, and I'm going to create a really perfect outline, hopefully, to this plate, so that when I apply the gold leaf I'm going to have a nice crisp edge. And then I just use a bigger flat brush to cover the whole of the paper with gold leaf. What am I talking about? Size. So size needs to be left for a certain period of time to go a little bit tacky. If you try and apply the gold leaf straight away, you'll find that the gold leaf will slide around and smudge a bit. So you need to leave it for at least 20 minutes. and on paper 20 minutes is absolutely adequate. So I'm going to put gold leaf around the whole of the plate, and I'm going to gently press it all down, and then we're going to have the joyous moment of brushing the excess away. The gold leaf that I'm using is actually a superior quality imitation gold leaf by Barnabas Black Gold, and I'm going to leave my recommendations for products down in the description. So now I take my nice soft mop brush and I just gently brush away all the excess gold, and it's so fun to see your design emerge from the gold leaf. Don't worry, you're obviously going to get these sort of seams where the gold leaf sheets join, and that's okay because that's a feature of gold leaf. We are achieving a beautiful shimmering gold surface. This comes from using the right products, because if you try and use ordinary glue, you really won't get a satisfactory result. And if you're going to be practicing gold leaf, it's best to just start out with the right products and set yourself up for success. Okay, bear with me whilst I just add some more layers to these lemons, because gouache is the most amazing medium. You can literally keep layering and layering, and it starts to become quite chalky and almost like chalk pastels in a way. But I'm just completely and utterly obsessive, and I just go into detail, detail, detail. So, see you on the other side. So I realised obviously I can't just have a plate of lemons floating in this gold surface. So I decided to try and emulate the tablecloth that you can see here, which was underneath the still life. And I took a white Posca pen, and I'm literally just being quite free and loose and drawing the shapes that are roughly based on what I can see in the tablecloth. And so I overlaid the Posca lines with some thicker lines of white acrylic, and I'm using a brush called Rigger, which is fantastic for getting lines, and again, details are in the description below. Highly recommend practicing with a Rigger brush. This was actually my first time attempting a design like this on Goldleaf, especially trying to incorporate it into a still life. And I have to admit that I am absolutely thrilled to bits with how it turned out. And it was the most fun doing it. So watch out for lots more videos of me doing this on Goldleaf. And then, so I've got my white shapes, and then I chose a colour called warm grey, but actually it's more like a pale brown. And I use that to outline the white, so it does start to look very realistic, like my nice rustic tablecloth. It's funny because whilst I was doing this, I was loving it, but I wasn't entirely sure how all the different mediums work together and if this lacy tablecloth actually looked quite odd. So I worked really hard on adding the shadow so it's sort of grounded and underneath the plate. And then I tentatively showed it to my daughter, who is 22 and an artist as well. And she's actually quite blunt, you know. She's like, oh my gosh, Mum, you've ruined it. Or, oh wow. Luckily, on this occasion, it was an oh wow moment. So I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Then, of course, I had to add some final details to the plate because I never know when to stop. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process. I'm really pleased with the final results, and I'm going to link some more useful videos for you because I love to share all my tips about what I've learned with Goldleaf. If there's anything specific you'd like to learn, please drop me a comment. Also wanted to let you know that I now have channel memberships, and I've called it the Golden Nest because I love painting birds and I love gold. And I'm going to be posting extended cuts of some videos there and some other little goodies for you. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks again. Bye.